Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my yearly favorites drugstore slash affordable edition. I really wanted to do one big video full of all of my yearly favorites, but I really realized that I had way too many and it would probably be like an hour-long video and I don't want to do that to you, so I decided to split it up. This is going to be all of my drugstore and affordable products, and then the next video you will see will be all of my higher end products that I've been loving the entire year. So I have so much to go through. This is just like one little section of stuff that I have. So please grab a snack, grab some coffee, grab some tea, get a soda, grab some popcorn, get something, because this might be a little bit of a longer video. I'm not going to go too in depth with each product because it's going to be way too long. I am wearing a bunch of them on my face right now, so I will mention kind of when I'm going through this and when I'm talking about that product, kind of where I'm wearing it and how I like it. So if you want to see all of my drugstore and affordable favorite products of the entire year, then just keep on watching. Alright, I'm going to start off with the face because that's kind of the way I do my makeup. So I'm going to start like primer, foundation, kind of like how I go through my makeup routine. So my two favorite primers, I actually like using these together. I know I've mentioned these a bunch on my channel before. The NYX Angel Veil primer is a great dupe for the Hourglass Mineral Veil primer, I think it's called. I have that one as well. I do love it as well, but this is just so much more affordable. It really helps control my oil and it blurs out all my imperfections, so I've been loving this. I'm actually almost done with this bottle, which is very sad, but exciting because I'm gonna buy a new one very soon. So I've been loving this, and I know I've talked about this so much on my channel. This is the NYX CC cream in the color correcting, and I got the color green, and I have it in light medium because you can actually wear this as a CC cream slash foundation if you want to, but I actually like using this as a primer. It just really calms down all of my redness and it kind of neutralizes my face for my foundation. So I actually don't have to use as much foundation, which I personally really like because I don't want a really cakey base. And this is really lightweight. It's not oily. It doesn't break me out. I really love using this, like I said, underneath my foundation and then on top of any primer I'm using, but these two together are a match made in heaven. The two foundations I've been absolutely loving the entire year. They're both for more oily skin because that's just the kind of skin that I have. So the first one is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. This says you can wear for 24 hours. I've worn it for 12 hours plus and it looked awful on my skin. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like wearing this for a very long time, but it looks beautiful for like 8 hours-ish, which is a pretty long time to wear foundation. So if you don't want to wear it for longer, go ahead. But on me, because I'm so oily, it did not look very good, but I love this for like 8 to 10 hour wear. The other one is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless. This is a beautiful foundation. I actually like mixing these two. I'm wearing it today and I just love these two together. I'm in the color 125 in the Maybelline and 103 in the L'Oreal. So these have been my absolute favorite. I did not used to like this when I first got it, and I'm glad I gave it a second chance because this is the one I travel with and I brought it with me when I was on break, and it's the only one I was wearing the entire time in all of my vlogs when I was home. So if you want to see like day-to-day wear with this one, that's all I've been wearing. So these are my absolute favorite. They are beautiful. So I have three different concealers here. The first one is by Maybelline. This is the Dream Lumi Touch Highlighting Concealer. It's like I can barely read it. You can just see how much I've used of this. It's like almost gone. I need to get myself a new one. Also, I'm in the color Ivory. This is good if you want to use it as a highlighted concealer like it says. You can use it by itself. I like to layer it with the other one I'm going to be talking about because this one is pretty light for me. I could go a shade up, but I do like how this gives me a really highlighted effect. It has more of a yellow undertone to it, which is perfect for my skin tone when I kind of want more of a highlighted glow. But I like layering the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer on top. This is a beautiful concealer. It really reminds me of the NARS Creamy Concealer. It just doesn't actually like cake up and sit in my fine lines, which I really don't like about the NARS one. I don't use the NARS one under my eyes for that reason, but this is a beautiful, very affordable concealer and it looks awesome in pictures. Just glides on the skin, blends out really evenly, and this has been my all-time favorite concealer. Again, wearing this combination right now. I actually wore this in my vlogs as well with that L'Oreal foundation, and it's all I've been wearing. I literally have to like scoop out whatever's left because this is some good stuff. The next concealer I have is the LA Girl Pro Conceal. I've used this for a long time. I actually found out about this from YouTube, so whoever was talking about it, thank you so much, because this is like a $2 concealer. This is awesome. I have the color Natural and I have the color I want to say soft beige. I don't remember off the top of my head. It's in my collection somewhere. But this is one I have open right now. It's a little bit too pinky undertone for me right now, but I do love the consistency of this. The applicator can be kind of wonky because it's like a brush, but the product is amazing. It's super creamy. It's a lot more full coverage than the Maybelline one, so if you don't like a super heavy coverage concealer, this probably won't be for you. But if you like a really high coverage under eye, this is going to be the perfect concealer for you. And it's so affordable. I think this is like $2 or $3. So you can find this at Lady Moss Beauty or any like beauty supply store. I get mine online and they are amazing. So I only have one powder to talk about. I don't really use too many drugstore slash affordable powders. I don't know why. I just really love the ones I've been using that are more higher end, so I will talk about those in different videos. But this has been like my ride or die favorite drugstore affordable powder. This is from Rimmel. It's their Stay Matte Pressed Powder, and I have mine in the color Transparent. I know they have a couple other colors. They have like a natural one, a beigey one. I do like the color Transparent just because it gives no color, so it doesn't give you extra coverage. It just kind of sets everything in place. The only thing I don't like about this is it does give a little bit of a white cast on my skin. So if you're wearing it in pictures, it might have a little bit of a flashback, which is the only thing I don't like about it, but it does last all day. It really controls my shine and my oils, which I love because your girl is very oily. But this is a beautiful powder and it's super inexpensive. Alright, I'm gonna start moving on to some of the other face products I have. So for bronzing and contouring, my favorite contouring powder is by NYX. This is actually one of their HD blushes in the color Taupe. I'm wearing it today to contour and I love it. It's very cool toned. It can be really ashy if you use too much of it, so you really want to use a light hand with this. I know they reformulated these blushes, so they used to have kind of like the checkered speckles on the top of them. This is one of their newer ones. It's their HD formula. It's very creamy, but like I said, a little bit goes a long way with this formula, so be very careful. If I used any more of it, it would look way too ashy on my skin tone, but it's so inexpensive. It's a great drugstore powder and contour color. They do have some drugstore contour palettes out right now that I'm testing out at the moment, but as of right now, this has been my favorite one for the entire year. So for bronzer, I have the Physicians Formula BB Beauty Balm in the color medium to dark. This does have a bit of an iridescent shimmer or glow, if you want to call it, but when I apply it to my skin, I don't see any of that. It kind of turns matte on my skin, and I just love this bronzer. It's a beautiful color. It's not too warm, it's not too cool. It's great for warming up the skin, but it's not going to be too orange. It's really good formula. It blends out really nicely. It's very creamy, and it's again a beautiful bronzer. Physicians Formula does awesome bronzers. You cannot go wrong with any of them, so this is just one of my favorites. Next bronzer is from NYC or New York Color. I know these are kind of hard to find. I know you can find NYC in Target and Rite Aid, but this is in the Sun and Bronze bronzing powder in the color Montauk Bronze 709. This does have a little bit of a sheen to it, but it's a beautiful bronzer. This was all I was using during the summer. I just love the color it gives to the skin, and it does have a bunch of different colors in here, as you can see, so it kind of just gives you a little bit more dimension to your skin rather than just having one bronzing color. I just love this. NYC Sunny is also a great matte bronzer, but I was finding myself using this way more than that one, and I just love this one so much. I will never stop using this. I actually don't have too many blushes just because I do love drugstore blushes, but this one is just like my ride or die all-time favorite. I would never stop using this. I'm wearing it today. This is the Milani Baked Blush in the color Luminoso. Milani's baked blushes are amazing, all of them. This is just my favorite color. I also like Rose d'Oro. It's in that little box over there, but again, this has just been my ride or die color. It just looks so beautiful on the skin. It's like a really nice peachy blush. It's right there. It just looks beautiful on the skin. It just gives a nice warm glow, and it looks beautiful on fair skin, medium skin. I just love it, and you don't even have to wear highlighter with this because it is that baked formula. These remind me very much of the MAC Mineralized blushes because of how they're kind of formulated and how they go on the skin. It's beautiful, it's very creamy, and it just glides on, and it makes your skin look super glowy and really fresh. So next I have some highlighting products. So I'm gonna go from kind of like creams to powders. So I have the L'Oreal Paris True Match Lumi Liquid Glow Illuminator in the color W101 Golden. This is beautiful. I haven't had this for too long, but it looks gorgeous on the skin. I will do a little swatch for you. The powders that came out with these can be a little funny to work with. They have a little bit more shimmer and sparkle to them, which I don't mind personally, but I just like the formula and the color of this one way more. It's a beautiful, just kind of like warm, goldeny, bronzy color. If you just take this on a couple fingers and just kind of dab it on the sides of your cheekbones, it is stunning, and I love this. It doesn't kind of mess up the foundation or anything I'm wearing underneath it, which is why I really appreciate this as well. So it's a beautiful kind of cream illuminator. I don't really like too many of these, but this has made it into my yearly favorites, so it must be doing something right. Next, I have one from ColourPop. This is one of their Super Shot Cheek colors, and the color Spoon, and it's a pearlized finish. This is like, if you have to get one thing and you want something shimmery and like beautiful on the cheekbones, this is the one to get. This is just so stunning. It has a little bit more chunky glitter. I don't want to say that in a bad way because it's not bad. It looks beautiful on the skin, but it's just a little bit more chunky than some of their other ones that are more, I want to say, like pearlized and more metallic looking. This one, I just love this one. It's so beautiful. So that's what it looks like. It's like a nice champagne with kind of like gold and silver specks to it. It's so beautiful. It just makes your skin look really wet, and I actually really do like these. I never thought I would like kind of like a jelly moussey consistency for an illuminator, but this is beautiful and the color is just to die for. So this is probably gonna be no surprise because I've talked about this many times on my channel. It's made many favorites videos the past couple months. This is the Physicians Formula again. I believe this is just one of like their shimmer palettes. This is just so stunning. They have one in Natural Glow or Warm Glow. It's a little bit more bronzy, but this one is just so pretty. I'm wearing it on my cheeks right now. I have just kind of them all swirled together, but you can use these separately if you want to use just the lighter colors or more of just the bronzies. You can even use these on eyeshadows. They're just so beautiful, so creamy, and they're very pigmented. I'm just gonna kind of just do a light swirl all around there so you can kind of see what it looks like all together. Isn't that just so beautiful? Highlighters from the drugstore are so hard to find right now. I don't know why. Please come out with better highlighters. This one is gorgeous, so I've been loving that one. It's a little bit more pinky toned, but it does have that bronzy glow to it as well because there is some of those darker colors in there, so I love that. The next one and the final one that I have is by Maybelline. This is their Master Highlight by Face Studio. It's kind of like a highlighting blush, but I use it as an illuminator. This is in the color Nude. This is what it looks like. It also has some of the pink and bronzy glow to it. It's really beautiful on the skin. This is a little bit more golden and bronzy. It's right there. It's kind of hard to see, but it looks beautiful on the skin. They have a bunch of other colors. They have like a light beige one. I think they have a bronzy one, a coral one if you want to use that as a blush. It's just going to be a really illuminating blush. But I love these as highlighting powders, and they're just really beautiful and look really natural on the skin. All right, now moving on to eye products. I have a couple here. So I'm gonna start with my ColourPop shadows. I think ColourPop is an amazing brand. They've really like bloomed this entire year. I started using their products, I don't even remember how long ago. They're just so good. They're so inexpensive. I think their shadows are $5. Their lippy sticks are $6. They're just amazing. They're just so good. So these are the three colors I've been wearing nonstop if I wear ColourPop shadows. The first one that I ever purchased was called I Heart This. This is a beautiful kind of like taupey, iridescent. It's just, oh my gosh. It's so reflective and shimmery. If you like shimmery shadows, you have got to check out these ColourPop ones. They are just amazing. I've never felt a formula like this before. It's very hard to describe. It's like not a gel, not a cream. It's just super wet feeling, but it goes on so nicely. Like there is the swatch of I Heart This. It's just a beautiful kind of like taupey, I don't know. It's just so stunning on the lid. So that's that one. And then I have another one called Lovely, which is a little bit more of like a nude champagne color. That's what this one looks like. Super, super pretty. Again, very metallic and very shimmery. These are all in the metallic shade, I think. They have a couple different finishes, but these are all metallic. So this is Lovely. So this is what this one looks like. As you can see, it's a little bit more of that champagne shimmery glow rather than the taupey. So I love this one all over the lid. It looks beautiful. You can just wear this by itself and it's stunning. And the last one I have is called Amaze. This is a beautiful, like really true rose gold. As you can see, I've used the crap out of this one too. It's so pretty. This one, again, you can wear any of these by themselves. They're just beautiful shadows on their own, but they also pair really well with some other colors too. So let's see if I can get a good swatch of this one. There we go. really true, nice rose gold. Has some bronze in there too. It's really warm toned. I just love all three of these so much. They're just so beautiful. Oh my gosh, they're just some of my favorite eyeshadows ever, and they're just so affordable. It's amazing. I don't know how they do it. I honestly don't know how to do it. Next, I have another thing from Physicians Formula. Again, if you like shimmery shadows, this is for you. I don't actually know what this is called, which is really weird because it doesn't have a name on it. Oh yes, I do. This is their Shimmer Strips, Extreme Shimmer Custom Eye Enhancing Shadow. And I have it in the color nude. So they have a cooler tone one, but I got the nude one. These are really, really nice. I actually have this layered on top of another eyeshadow on my lids right now. And I really love these. This like kind of creamy white color is beautiful on the inner corner if you like a really bright inner corner. These are awesome to work with, and I just really love them. They're really pigmented and they're really soft and creamy. If you want a really, really intense glittery look with these, you might want to use a tacky base to them, but they're beautiful. I don't really have any fallout with these, which is what I like about them as well, but they're really nice, affordable, kind of glittery shadow from the drugstore. Alright, next palettes I'm talking about. I have one from BH Cosmetics. This is the Carly Bible palette. I believe this is still available. I got mine during the summer when it first came out, and I was using this a lot of the time. I actually brought this down to LA with me when I went to Disneyland, and I just love these. They're very warm toned. You have 4 different highlighting shades in there as well. Super, super pretty. Very good for everyday use as well. They're just super creamy. I'll swatch a couple shades. The mattes in here are really nice as well. So this is one of the highlighting shades, and all 3 of these are some of the eyeshadows. They're really, really nice, very creamy, very nice to work with, super blendable, and they're super pigmented, as you can see as well. And I love that this comes with a mirror. This was like a $12 palette. I mean, come on. Can't go wrong. So I love this. It's one of my favorites. I've been using it a lot this year. I need to take off some of these swatches because I'm going ham. All right, my next 2 favorite palettes are by Morphe. I know these are not drugstore, not like the other one wasn't either, but they're just very affordable for what you're getting. So I have the 35O, which is very raved about. I actually did a tutorial using this, and I really love this one, as many other YouTubers do. I also really like the 35K, which not very many people talk about. I feel like this one is just very underrated. Actually wearing it on my eyes today, and I really love it. You get a lot of warm neutral tones in here and some cool tones, so it's a little bit of everything, and I don't know, it's just really, really beautiful. It's super underrated. I don't feel like a lot of people talk about this one, but I've been loving it just as much as my 35O palette, which I will show you as well. If you are a warm tone girl, oh my gosh, you need this one. But if you are a neutral person and you like warm, neutral, and cool tones, you need this one. They're both beautiful. I don't know, you can't go wrong with these. They're super creamy. The pigmentation's awesome. I don't have an issue with them blending out or any fallout or anything. I think they're like $22, and they're really affordable, really nice for what you're getting, and you're getting 35 shades in each one of these, so they're pretty rad. They're pretty awesome. Cannot complain. So for eyeliners this year, I have 2 that I have just been absolutely loving the entire year. The first one I want to talk about is the NYC liquid eyeliner. Again, it's rubbed off. I've used it so many times. This is like $2. It's so amazing. What I like about this is just it's so black and super pigmented, and it dries matte, which I really like in an eyeliner. This one is awesome, very easy to get your hands on. This is what the applicator looks like. So it's super slim, super teeny, so you get a really nice wing with it. I love this one, but I also have been loving this one recently. This is the NYX matte liquid eyeliner. This is super, super black, very pigmented. It's so matte, and I like this one a little bit better because of the applicator. It's a little bit of a smaller brush. I feel like the NYC one can get a little wonky sometimes. Maybe I've used it too much. I have a new one in my collection, so I maybe need to like switch it out a little bit. But this one I just get much more of a fine line with it. I'm wearing it right now, and I just love this one. I've been reaching for this a little bit more kind of in the later couple months of the year, but this was the one I've been using all year long, and you cannot go wrong with these. They're just so affordable and they're so good. These are my 2 favorites. Another liner that I've been wearing constantly is the Rimmel Scandaleyes Waterproof Kohl Kajal in the color Nude. I love this for my waterline. I mentioned a couple times that I don't really like putting a black on my waterline just because I feel like I really want my eyes to be open and really big. So I'm wearing this one right now on my waterline, and this just does not budge. I have really sensitive eyes. I wear contacts. There's so many eyeliners out there that just like transfer onto my contacts, and I'm like blind. I can't see. It's awful. I have to take them out and wear my glasses, which kind of sucks sometimes, but this one does not do that, any of that. Super creamy, very pigmented, and I love this one. All right, for mascara, I have 2 favorites from Maybelline. explain. The first one is the Lash Sensational Mascara. Didn't think I was gonna love this as much as I do now. I will only use mascaras by themselves if I wear it with a primer. Most of the time I'm wearing false lashes, but when I don't want to wear false lashes, I will use mascaras with a primer because that's all I can do. I have non-existent lashes, so I kind of feel like I have to. But these are beautiful layered on top of primers. So like I said, Lash Sensational is one of my favorites. And then the second one is the Falsies Push-Up Drama. This is amazing. I don't know what I was doing. Some of the reviews on mascara can be kind of personal, and there's a mascara for everyone. It's not going to work out for everyone. Everyone's lashes are super different. It's kind of like foundation. I think foundation and mascara are like the two hardest things to kind of recommend for people because everyone's so different, but those are my two favorites. This one's just beautiful. I do want to mention some of my favorite false lashes. Some of my favorite false lashes are probably going to be no surprise to you. I'm going to kind of go in order of how pricey they are. So the cheapest ones that are my favorites are the Red Cherry lashes in the style number 43. A lot of companies do this style in the number 43, so if you don't get your hands on Red Cherry ones, I know Morphe does some, Cara does some 43s, I think Posh Lashes does 43s, I mean, they're all over. So these are just my favorite. They're super wispy, really natural looking, and I have just worn these so much. I have about 30 pairs in my collection because I cannot go a day without having at least one of these somewhere, just so I know I have them. They're just my favorite lashes ever. Next, this will be no surprise. I've talked about these and I've worn these in so many videos. I get stopped a lot actually when I'm wearing these in public. People are like, wow, your lashes look so good. And I'm like, I know, they're these lashes. So these are the Cocoa Lashes in the style Goddess. You guys, these are so beautiful. They're only like $6.99, I believe. They're very affordable for a really, really good lash. I've worn at least one pair probably like 12 times and they're still going strong. I do need to clean them up a little bit with some alcohol, but I mean, look at how beautiful these are. They're super dramatic, very spiky, which I really do like, and they just make my eyes look so big. They are really long and really, like I said, really dramatic and really voluminous, but that's why I love these. If I'm wearing a lash, I need it to be dramatic and voluminous, so these are my favorite. The last ones I'm actually wearing on my lashes right now. These are the Vegas Nay lashes by Eylure in the style Shining Star. I brought out a different package so you can kind of see them in its like fresh state, but these are beautiful. I actually did have to trim off a lot of these lashes, which isn't bad because I do have a little bit of a smaller eye. If you're going to use these lashes, just make sure you measure out them before you kind of apply them because they are super big, but they're really fluffy, really voluminous, and I just love the way they make my eyes look. I'm going to go on to brow products, and then I have my favorite lip products. So my favorite brow products this year, this one's a little bit more new to me, but I've used it every single day since I purchased it. This is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. This is like a dupe for the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I know NYX has one. I do like that one, but I've found that I love this one so much more. It's just not waxy, but it looks so natural. I'm wearing it on my brows right now, and I'm just like head over heels. I actually went out to buy another one of these because I don't want to be without it. It's just so good. This is just amazing. I'm gonna be doing a video on all my favorite dupes. This will be in there, so you'll hear more about that then, but it's amazing. So one of my favorite kind of brow mascara gels from the drugstore has been the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper. This is freaking awesome. This has little fibers in it, so it kind of attaches onto your brows and it makes them really full. This will make sure your brows go nowhere. Literally, when I first used this, I was like, whoa, they're literally not going anywhere. No matter what conditions you are in, this will not make your brows budge. So I love this. It's very inexpensive like a lot of these products are, but it's just such a good product. I've actually liked using this over my Anastasia one, so this is amazing. I don't know if it comes in different packaging because this one's kind of old, but it's so good. Alright, we're almost done. I just have some lip products. So I'm gonna start with some liners. I have 3 here in front of me. So my favorite one that I'm wearing right now is by Essence. This is like a $1.99 lip liner, or even 99 cents, I don't know. But this is in the color In the Nude number 11. I need to sharpen it because it's been used, but this is what it looks like. It's just a really nice nude lip liner. I've used it many times this year, and it's just that perfect color if you want to overline your lips. I ain't gotten lip fillers and I ain't getting lip fillers, so this is perfect, and it's very awesome. Really creamy. It lasts a long time, and it's super affordable. The next one I've been loving is by Revlon. I have never really heard anyone talk about these, but this is a freaking awesome lip liner. This is in their Color Stay formula, and it's in the color Nude. This is a little bit more of a brownie lip liner than anything. It's like more brownie, pinky mauve. Oh, that's a thing. It's right here. That's what it looks like. As you can see, it's a lot more dark and pinky and brown than this one. Really, really creamy. This one is a little bit more waxy of a formula than the other one. The other one glides on a little bit smoother and nicer, but I do like this one. It lasts a long time because it is kind of like that waxy consistency, which I don't mind. I actually really like it. So I've been wearing that a lot. And last but not least, I mentioned this a couple favorites a couple months ago. This is the Exaggerate Full-On Lip Liner by Rimmel London in the color East End Snob. This is a very famous lip liner, especially the color, and I love that these have a slant to them with the applicator. It just makes it so easy to apply. So this is what she looks like, just like a nice nude pink, but it does pull more pink. It's really, really beautiful on the lips as well. This has been the one I've been reaching for the most with the Essence one, so these two aren't my favorite, but I do love the Revlon one as well. Alright, I have a lot of lip colors, so I'm not going to go too in depth with any of them. This is the NYX Jumbo Pencil in the number 719 Pecan. Super beautiful. These are just like mess-free, really, really easy lip colors to wear, and I love this color. It's like a really nice pinky nude, super beautiful, and it does have a little bit of a sheen to them, so you don't have to wear gloss with this if you don't want to, but I love this. Really, really nice. It lasts a long time on the lips as well. I have one from ColourPop. This is one of their lippy sticks, and this is in the color Bound. Can you guys see how much I've used of this? Like, look how far down it is. It's so far down there. This is in one of their glossy formulas. I just love glossy lips, and I've loved glossy lips for a really long time, so this is just the perfect nudie pink. I love this. It's so beautiful. The matching lip liner with it is beautiful as well, but this has just been one of my favorite colors by them. This one and Skimpy are just absolutely stunning, so Bound is beautiful. This next kind of lip pen chubby stick thing, this is by e.l.f. This is one of their matte lip colors in the color Natural. This is actually a new one because my other one's in my purse, but I wore this when I was working at Sephora all the time just because it lasted so long. I didn't have to touch up with it, and it was just like the perfect everyday color. It's right there. It looks beautiful on, like I was saying. It's very creamy. It does not budge. Like, I was working 8-hour shifts and I only had to retouch up once after I was eating. I mean, I think that's pretty damn good for working that long and eating, and I only had to reapply once, and this is like $2 or $3. So this is a beautiful product. I love this one, and the color is just stunning. All right, now moving on to lipsticks. This is by NYX in the High Voltage Lipstick formula. This is in the color Flutter Kiss. It's what I'm wearing on my lips right now. This is a very different color. I haven't really seen many companies do a color like this, but it's really, really beautiful. It's kind of like a mauvey pinky brown with some purple in it. These are so pigmented and super smooth and very creamy. They just glide on the lips like butter, and they are really, really pigmented. So you just need like one swipe and you have full color path, which I love. The next two I have are by Rimmel. This is in the color 14. This is one of their Kate lipsticks, and like I said, the number 14, it's just a beautiful nude. Can you tell I love nudes? I'm sorry. I mean, it's just what I wear all the time, so I'm not gonna lie to you. This is what it looks like. Super beautiful, again, very creamy. Rimmel does some pretty awesome lipsticks, so if you haven't tried them, I would definitely try them out. And this next one's just in their regular formula. This one is called Pink Chic, number 127. This is very moisturizing. Their entire line with these purple caps are super moisturizing. I think they actually redid the formula, but they're beautiful. And this is a really, really glossy pink, so if you like a kind of a baby pink lip, this is the one to grab. I love this with a nice gloss on top. I'll show you the one I wear with this when I wear this lipstick, but it's super pretty, very glossy, very moisturizing, very hydrating. The next lipstick I have is from Maybelline. This is one of their matte lipsticks. These are probably the best matte lipsticks I've ever tried from the drugstore, and my favorite color is in the color 656 Clay Crush. I'm gonna try and swatch it right here. It's a beautiful kind of like brick nudie orangey red. I don't know, it's just so indescribable, but it's so beautiful, and these are just the most comfortable matte lipsticks you will ever wear. I like these more than some of my higher end matte lipsticks, and these are so affordable. You can get them anywhere. Next lipstick is by Wet n Wild. This is one of the Fergie ones. I don't know if you can actually get these anymore, but if you can find it, grab it. It's a beautiful color. It's in the color Fergie Daily. Just a really, really nice nude. Oh my gosh, you guys are running out of room. Let me just do this right here. All right, this is what she looks like. It's just like a really nice peachy nude. It's a little bit darker than some of the other ones I was swatching, but it's beautiful. These are really pigmented and really creamy as well. It's a little bit more of a thicker formula than some of the other ones I was mentioning, but I do like this because it does last on my lips a long time. And I only have one liquid lipstick, one from ColourPop. This is one of their Ultra Matte lips in the color Midi. I've used this so much. You can see how nasty it is at the top. I need to clean it. It's a hot mess, but I'm gonna swatch it right here. This is what it looks like. It's a really, really pretty everyday nude. It has some pinky to it. Can you see a trend? I think you can see a trend with like the different color lips. I was rocking this year. So I love this. I know a lot of people either love or hate these. I do like them. They are a little bit harder to work with than some of my other ones, but these are really affordable. They're $6, so you cannot go wrong, and they have so many different colors. For lip glosses, I have two from NYX. They are both the butter glosses. I have one regular butter gloss and one intense butter gloss. So the regular one I have is in the color Creme Brulee. It's just a beautiful neutral pink. This is what I wear on top of that lipstick from Rimmel, this one. Let me see if I can swatch it up here. Guys, I'm going ham with these swatches. All right, it's right there. It's so creamy. It's a beautiful color. And these are just the most comfortable lip glosses to wear. I know these are very popular just because they're so comfortable. They're not sticky, they're not tacky, but they do give a really nice glossy effect to your lips, which is why I love these. And more recently, they came out with their intense butter glosses. I've had this forever. I have a backup one in my purse and in my backpack because I love this color. This color my boyfriend loves as well. It's in the color Tres Leches. It's just so stunning. I'll put it down here. Just like a really nice mauve-y pink. It's a little bit darker and it just looks so good. These are really, really pigmented. The intense ones are awesome. I highly recommend them, and they're just so creamy and so smooth. Last but not least, I have a finishing spray. This is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte Makeup Extending Finishing Spray. I love this. This really does do the job. I compared this to some of my Urban Decay ones and my MAC Fix Plus. This does really, really work. It is a little bit pricier for a drugstore item, but it's awesome. You do get a lot of product in here, and this has just been one of my absolute favorites as well. Alright, so that's it for this video. I really hope you all enjoyed it. Give it a big thumbs up if you did. Leave me a comment down below on what your favorite drugstore and affordable products were for the entire year. I really love hearing what y'all have been loving, and I want to try out some new ones because I'm always looking for new makeup. So give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!